Okay, guys. This is gonna be my um, probably gonna be the last video for today before I just end off going mayhem on tomorrow with the live streams. So yeah. So anyway, let's jump into this. So hold on. So I have this one Walmart right next to right next to where I live, right? So it's easy for me to go there. So every now and then I go to Walmart to get some groceries. So one day I come to Walmart, okay? Don't know why all this stuff has to be happening in a Walmart. I'd rather let it happen like at school or so, which is always happening in Walmart. But anyway, I go to Walmart and I come in there and you know I'm some looking through some aisles, right? And I'm looking what I wanted to pick out. At the time, I was not even straight. I was actually ill, and I felt super bad, and I had growing pains. So literally, I had to deal with pain that whole day. I was dealing with pain that whole day. So I was ill, and I came into the store, and I was walking around weird because literally I was so ill. And this lady came up to me with her son. She's like, "Why are you walking like that?" I'm like, "Oh, sorry, it's just freaking growing pain, and I can't help it. It's just painful." And she's like, "Well, if it's painful, then why are you walking around?" Now let me tell you that when you have growing pain, you literally can just walk. Okay, you can walk, but you have to walk weird because like way how I was walking was one step. I was taking one step and I had to bend my knee, and then I had to think that my soma is not strong for that. I don't know why I put that on touch bumper, but I had to take one step, okay, and you know I had to bend my knee. I bend my knee and I take another step, and then freaking I'll do that for like two steps, and I'll walk freaking 5 steps. And I do it again. So literally, this lady talks to me, and and she says, "Well, can you stop doing that?" Like, why? It's growing pain. Literally, almost everyone has this when they hit puberty or so. I can't help it. You're gonna have to deal with it, lady, or just don't look at me. Now, being rude to her, 'cause I was super sick, and I couldn't like. And as I was talking to this lady, I was coughing, and I was coughing, and I was holding my stomach. Well, I was holding my stomach the whole time when I was talking to her. And not only that, but I had my mom and dad and my grandma there at store. Literally, I was just in there with parts of my family, mom's side of the family. Why can I not be airborne? Why am I getting knocked off of my arson tag? But so I freaking talked to her and she's like, okay, I know you're just faking being ill. Stop, okay? Like she just corrected my kid. I'm like, okay, lady, listen, I'm not faking ill, alright? You cannot fake ill unless you just try not to be in school. And literally, this is just the summer, okay? So literally, just leave me alone, okay? If you don't. leave me alone. I'll literally get my mom and dad and my grandma to talk to you like a little child, okay? And I don't care that you don't want me to feel free to walk like this, but just leave me alone, okay? And I just walk out. I just freaking walk away from her, and she like follows me. And literally everyone in the whole entire store knew that I was suffering from growing pain, and I almost said the F word towards her. So literally I had to like say it, but again, everyone in the store was helping me because they knew what I was going through. So she like getting surprised by the amount of people that was helping me, and she just like so angry. So she like coming after me and following me, and freaking. And then there's one young lady, like she was probably like freaking in her mid 30s, which is probably like 20 or so. And she freaking came up to me. She's like, oh, "I'm gonna get that for you." I'm like, okay. And she got it for me. And and let me tell you, I have my phone on me, so literally I tried to reach inside my pocket, but then the lady bought my leg. My leg, you know, let me tell you, weakest part of my body when my growing pain starts are my legs. So my legs are so weak at this point. So literally, she bumped my leg really hard, and I fell onto the ground. Cause I fell onto the ground and I fall. Cause literally, it hurt so much. And she's like, "Oh," and the lady that was following me, she's like, "Oh, come on, she didn't even hurt you. It wasn't even that bad of a touch." And the lady are panicking, and the woman that's following me, she's like, "Oh, she's just faking. Don't worry, you go be okay." And just smiling and smirking about it. It's like, "Are you the mother?" And she's like, "Yep." I tell her, like, she is not my mother at all. And she's like, "Okay, describe me to your mother." And I said, "I look like my mother. We both have resemblance. She is lighter than me. Let me tell you, my mom is lighter than me with skin." Um, I told her that me and my mom was wearing the same color, and on the day we was wearing the same color, and the color we were wearing was pink and red and blue. Yes, literally, that's the color we was wearing. And we was wearing that type of color because I was having so much pain, so they wanted to support me, and my family was supporting me, thanks to them. So we're so so she's looking for my mom, and then the woman grabs me to try to pick me up. I fall back onto the ground, but this time my leg kind of sprung out, and I screamed so loud. I was like a banshee just on the ground, just screaming for freaking help. And literally, my mom and dad and grandma heard me, and the lady heard me, so they all run back towards me. Everyone in the store rushes to see what was going on. And so many people were trying to help me get back up. And the lady was just like so angry. She just literally just freaking. She called the police, then freaking proceeded to tell everyone to get off of me, and pushes like all my family members and all the people that was helping me, and she grabs me, try to yank me up, and she's trying to yank me up by my wrist, which is the worst part of my body to be yanking me up from. Let me tell you this: if you try to yank me up by my hand or so, you're not about to and you're like what? And you can only hold freaking 125 pounds. You're not about to like pick me up that easy with a little struggle though. As in, if I don't know you, so literally, and I know Glendale, so literally, I tried to do my Glendale. I actually did it, and it was so amazing. And how I did it was, I took my leg and I let it flat out, and then I folded my leg back, and I called her. basically just catch her neck. I slammed both of us back onto the ground, and this point I felt my leg kind of like freaking twitch, and it sounded like my leg had snapped in half, and I'm screaming so hard, and my mom and dad are just proudly just picking me up, and they're holding me, and my legs, and now I'm just like barely moving my legs. Like that's how bad it was. I'm barely moving my legs, and I had to then, you know what they had to do? They didn't put me in a wheelchair or nothing. They had to freaking, so, since this woman wouldn't leave us alone, they had to get a security guard to come out and get me, and I had to be and the security guard had to hold me the whole entire time. So we're in here for only 15 minutes, and the lady called like the cops. And you know how I say that she called the cops? She called them again, but this time, like a SWAT team come over, and and the freaking building had to go on lockdown. So they searched through everyone, and then they saw in there, they saw that it was a false alarm. And you know what they did? They was looking for the person who called them, and the lady was freaking out and panicking. So she tried to act like one of the people that didn't call, and I guess they tracked her phone, cause immediately they was on their phone looking, and then they got close to it. And I heard them, and the lady was right next to me, so I heard them say, "Okay, let's call them again and see if they're in here still." And literally, her phone had rang. Her phone rang so loud, and they just looked at her, say, "Ma'am, can you come step outside the building, please?" So she did, and she just left. And she came back inside the store, and we were still inside because literally it was on lockdown. So she come back inside, all raised, like, come towards me and say sorry. Just walk and just storms out. Did the cops they could calm her down and force her to come back in, and literally, the lady, as she was getting step close to me, this is where the title of the video comes in. So she gave up on me and just started with the cops and was like, "Okay, fine, you know what, screw this, you know what, I'm done with Warcraft, listen to me. I don't know why, but I just don't know why y'all guys are literally being so forceful around here, okay? All I had to say was sorry, and that's it, okay? I don't care if I had to say it in a precious, sweet way, okay? I'm literally trying to get back home to my precious child, but no, I can't." And let me say, her son throughout this whole thing was held captive by the other policemen, because they knew that if because his son was they checked on his son after the incident, which I will tell you what happened. But let's go back to what she was saying. And if I don't get home, she will miss. I will miss my own daughter, Love Shrine. And I was like, what? So the cops just took a pause where it was like, "Ma'am, all we try to do is tell you. All we try to do is just get you to go over there, so man, say sorry and give him the money, and also the reward. So ma'am, do it." And then, she proceeds to rip the money, like all the savings she had in her wallet. It says, "Oh, but isn't that disappointing? All my money has been ripped just because of y'all trying to freaking freaking tell me to go over there to a young man and apologize. Isn't, and as he said, isn't that a shame? Like, as he tried to say, isn't that a shame? As soon as she said, isn't, and then as he said, like, as he said, that, the police just put her on the ground. Like, you remain to be silent. And she was like, well, I can't leave my son here. And she was like, who? And she points towards me. And they look at me, and freaking, I go, are you serious? And at this point, my voice is like starting to go away and fade because literally, at this point, I'm about to lose all of my body parts. That's why I shouldn't like, but no, seriously, I was starting to freaking fade out in the distance, meaning that I was about to pass out with all the intense pain I was in. And the cops hear my voice, so they immediately rushed me and took me away from my parents. I told them, no, my parents, my mom and dad, my grandma, they're back there. And they're like, don't worry, we'll get you to your home, where you live. And I say, no, my mom and dad and my grandma back in the store. And they was like, what? I was like, come on, little fella, just tell us. And then and as they was talking to me, they was healing, they were fixing me, they were recovering, they were making me recover, and my voice was starting to come back. And I was like, come on, no, no, she's not my mother. She was lying. And she's like, and they're like, what? I'm like, yes, that's not my mother. She's lying for no reason. I'm just trying to get the stuff I need and go back home. And at this point, I'm in tears because I thought that I was about to get taken away by my whole entire family. Literally, like, the saddest part. And I was like, hold on. So they stand me up, right? And they said, can you walk around good? I said, a little bit. And they're like, good. So I'm limbering around, and I'm just humming along, just, freaking walking around weird again. And literally, I'm just trying my best and stay put here, just freaking trying to be good. And actually, many people, is this your son, or this your son, or such and such. And a lot of people are telling the truth and saying no. And then some guy has to say that I was his son. And this guy he looks completely like me, but the one thing he was missing was a beard and a mustache. I told them to look at his face and look at my face. And they did, and they saw that I showed no resemblance of facial expression, nor facial heritage from the guy. So then they say nothing, they move me on. And then I saw my family members like, wait, go back. I see them. And I couldn't make out where, and I couldn't find no direction. My memory was just coming back. And literally, they saw the mother that looks just like me, a father that has the same facial hair, and also the same facial expression. And not only that, but one thing that you could tell from me and my mom and my dad is that me and my mom look the same as well. My mom and I have the same aggressive look. Um, Me and my mom has, oh yeah, one funny thing that me and my mom has, and I should actually tell my mom one thing she has to realize it was that my mom, my mom has See, my mom, she has so much hair, and her hair grows really fast. Like her, like freaking a day, and she'll have like you can cut her hair. In about a day, she will like cover mid like freaking parts of her hair already. Me, I can do the same thing. Funny, right? But my dad, same facial expression, same facial hair, and the one thing that me and my dad relate in is skin. And not only that, but we also we relate in bumps on our skin. Oh my bad, brother. But and yes, we relate in bumps as well. How bumps how bumps like same bumps or body parts and so. No, as he was a kid, he had X-Men, or not X-Men, but dry skin. And dry skin are these bumps that form around your body if you haven't like been if you haven't been washing yourself down lately. It said it like that because literally, I know when a freaking Karen thinking of something when I tell the story time. But freaking, but if you haven't been washing yourself lately, then you'll have like some dry spots on your skin. And literally, it looks like it doesn't look good at all on your skin. Let me tell you that door doesn't not feel good. It does not feel good at all. No, it's not aggravating at all. It's just you're just wondering, guys hate aggravating stuff. It's not aggravating the touch, but one thing that really is aggravating is the bumps can be removed, but like sometimes when you remove the bumps, uh, a bump could get stuck in your skin, and it doesn't hurt at all, but it literally like kind of do feel like it hurts, but it's just like if you try to take it off, like you like feel like scratching yourself, and it's like so aggravating that your body like you can't really control your body from scratching itself or freaking trying not to pry itself open. But freaking yeah, and also another special mention and how me and my dad are relate. And this is like a special mention right here is that me and my dad has some correspond. We have almost just the same. How am I gonna put it? I'm just gonna put it like this. Me and my dad have literal the same amount of love for everyone around ourselves. And not only that, but the one way you could tell that it's that this person is my dad is I now when I haven't seen my dad in a long time or so, or it has been some time that I haven't seen my dad, or like some hours, literally like freaking if I see this person and I know it's my dad, you'll see that I get spiked up with energy and I just freaking hug my dad. And all of that, we head rub, which means that we rub our heads. Not nose, okay, we don't rub our heads, nor foreheads. We freaking rub our hair against each other, which is not gay at all, to be honest. The only time it would be gay is it's just freaking around you just do it on your friend or so. If you do it around on your friend, and he's a male, that's gay. Okay. Literally, if someone say that you're gay for doing something with your dad, even though that it's not, and it's just, and not only that, but if your dad has equal amount of love to people, then it's not gay. Okay. It's just freaking. That's family love, okay? And if you don't feel love for your family, then you're probably gay. I'm just, I'm actually being serious about that. Reason for is because how come you don't feel love for your family, but yet they feel love for you? Like, come on now. They literally freaking, they want a good future for you. They want, like, they want to be with you for the eternal of their life. And you're just gonna sit there and just be like, I don't care. Freaking, there's something wrong with you. I swear, I had to beat up with this, which I'm gonna talk about it, which I have talked about two story times in here. But freaking, that's just messed up. Now, this lady, the freaking, since, I'm gonna get back to the story time, I've been rambling a lot, but they found me, and I'm back with my parents, they holding me, and as soon as the place get on lockdown, we just rented out of there, like, we had to get out. And we went back home, we talked about it, and then we just went to sleep. Next day, we were still talking about it, went to sleep again, and it was going on for 5 days, and we just literally had to cool down off of it, and we just never talked about it ever again. So, another story time that I was about to talk about, which hold up. Okay. Okay. Now this is a short story time, so this is why this is the last story time. So literally, uh, as I know I said it's gonna be the last story time for today, but like literally, I actually want to, I just actually wanted to keep this video as good as possible, so that literally I don't have people just wondering why I have to do it so short. So on this day, particularly, I had to freaking fix my school uh, computers, and it was fun. Actually, it was really fun and dumb, because me and my friends was making jokes about it the whole entire time. It's hilarious. We were joking, right? So, we're joking, and then this kid comes, all right, and we know this kid, all right. This kid hates his parents, okay. And we met his parents. His parents came to school one time because there was some gossiping about him one time on social media, and his parents use social media, and they saw this, and they came to school one time to spy on him, and they found out he actually hates them. Now, I loved them to the bottom of my heart. They actually gave me free gift cards, free candy, free like stuff, and I didn't want none of it. I actually like one day they came in and gave us one of his 2K one of his 2K games, and I just denied it because literally like I don't play 2K. And she's like, okay, they give it to another student. I'm like, wait, why are you giving out free stuff? And I understand it all why they were doing it, because throughout their whole entire life, during his whole entire life, he just hated them, and never showed a sign that he loved them, and he never done nothing, and not only that, but he said that he'll be nice for only a week to see what you get out of it, and he never been nice for a week. Then, uh, then he tried to stab his dad in the freaking chest, and you know that's really that's messed up. Okay, he tried to stab his own dad in the chest, and of course, he just took it all back because he wanted to go to jail, but told his parents not to ever talk about it. So, so literally, he was so he was so messed up in the head that he tried to stab his own dad. And what's so bad about this kid is that what's so bad about this kid is that this kid never do anything for his parents. Just never. And he would never ever talk to his parents. He never tried to, but what he does, he just talks in a rude way. Yeah, get on there. It's not like they're just gonna die off with him. You're not just gonna die immediately off of it. You're just gonna fall off. Watch this. And I'm about to smoke these children. Never mind. I couldn't even do it. God darn. Ain't but hold up. Okay. But we've been this kid comes in and we all just freaking like knew what was about to happen. Because every day he'll just do something and talks about his parents. But no, he actually changed by a little bit. So he came in and let me tell you that he was wearing some emo kid crap. Like I swear he was wearing like full black, just he was wearing full black and nothing else. And he was just talking about some emo stuff. And he never talked about emo stuff until today. And this kid is just like talking to us as if after really talking about some emo stuff. Then he started talking about his parents, which we all got bored of. We just got to work, started joking around. And we were just having so much fun. Like we were just having so much fun until this kid knew it was just annoying him. So he's like, guys, I swear, I'll let this girl shoot right here, right now, and embarrass y'all. And he was telling, and he was about to speak some more. My friend interrupted him and say, yeah, kid. No bull crap, you will. It's just so rude. Literally, we don't be disrespectful as well. We don't be disrespectful like you do. Freaking get out of here, you Colt. And that was pretty savage what he just said. He said, get out of here, you Colt. You freaking Colt. There's an actual Colt in real life that I would say is like this kid. And I swear, it's just messed up. So, I was just taking a pause by this. And people who heard it would turn around or looked at us and just so shocked to hear it. And I was as well. And he and the kid that got roasted, he just freaking looked at him and he didn't say nothing at all. He just looked so shocked. And then he was like, so what y'all doing? And he's like, hold on, no, back off, bro. Get out of here, Colt. Get out of here. And he just goes away. And he comes back a minute later to say, hey, you P-word. I got something for you. Come here. And my friend gets mad and he goes over and my friend punches him in the face. And the kid was just so angry at this. And y'all can tell what he did. So basically, he tried to fight him back. My friend gets on top of him, started fighting him. And what my friend did was that he just got on top of him and started fighting him and just beating him, and then hold him by his arm and freaking, I swear, my friend is strong as heck, but he freaking broke his arm. He held his arm back and freaking snapped the crap out of it, and literally he was screaming like a freaking banshee. And he was screaming for everything, and our teacher pulled him apart, and there was a business, and they went to talking and had a conversation about something. Then they come back, my friend comes back, saying that, I'm sorry about if you hear that. What I'm doing is that every time I yawn, freaking, I always do that. And the reason for it is because if you do what I do, and at the last second of yawning, you freaking bite down and just stop it. That's what I do. And then just blow air out of your ear. I try to focus on killing these ghouls. But anyway, yeah, I gotta do it again. There we go. Now, he comes on, he tells us, uh, so the kid, he is getting suspended for a week, but they can't do it yet because I don't have enough paperwork and not enough write-up slips. So he's gonna have to wait. And do so. I'm not getting a punishment at all, but he is, and he has to stay. And and his parents, um, and his parents got a free fine of fixing the computers, and it was I was scot free. But him, he wasn't. He had to pay it for with his own money, and he did earn some little money from work. I don't know how where, but he paid it off, which is $250. Don't know how I had that much, and and so apparently, oh man, you're just freaking my arm, you're freaking jumping my ear out so much. I do that, but the kid freaking he had to sign up for he was forced to sign up for computer lab club, and literally he had to sign up again, but this time instead of signing up for the computer lab club, he had to sign in for computer lab club deluxe, and he had to pay, and he was working up money for 2 days, and he paid it, which is freaking $50. And not only that, but on the paper, since he is disrespectful and stuff, there was a second part on the paper, and if you join Computer Lab Club Deluxe in this school, you can literally you can literally learn computer lab lessons, and not only that, you can have you can have private lessons, and what the private lessons do is get to learn more advanced of the technology, and you get to learn how to actually repair difficult tasks computers, and other stuff that you are instructed to repair. And not only that, but when but but if you are if you're freaking willing to learn about um freaking explicit technology, which explicit technology is actually, you know how in businesses they have these files, these freaking computer files and everything else. Yeah, and they make these awesome files and PowerPoint and everything. That's that's what they can learn about. Literally, they can be technology geniuses. But on the paper for him, he whatever damage that was caused to the computers, he had to repair it. and he had to stay in there all day long, whatever it costed, just so he could fix all computers or even one. So that means that he get to learn how to repair computers, but he had to stay in the class even longer than all of us because since he would be the devil or his parents. So the kid wrote it, and everyone got assigned to leave the class. And I hear on the announcements, I hear the announcer say, uh, this called his kid. You know what? Since this kid was actually this kid was giving us was technically giving us free stuff, I'm encountering Bonix for once. So Bonix comes to the computer lab. Bonix comes to the computer lab, and he went there so quick, and he was smirking at everyone and was just laughing. And then he got in there, and everyone else is just walking us. So me and my friend was just being so nosy. We just held back, and then we hear. I swear to God, if I don't get to leave this stupid computer lab, all y'all gay F word will be sued by my parents. And then all the other teachers like, yeah, your parents doesn't love you, okay? They don't care. And like, yes, they do. And the teacher cuts him off, and he's like, all you've been doing to your parents is showing them the devil side, and now after this, you're gonna be showing the God side. And one of the teachers is actually Christian, and more Christian than I expected. Jesus Christ. But this kid was like, I don't care if I show my hatred towards my parents. It's their fault and the teacher cuts him off again. He's like, no, it's your fault. Literally. And, let me tell you this. This teacher knows about my grandma. My grandma, she is a little old lady, but she can be mean and rude at times, though, which is she is, but like, come on now, I can't be disrespecting her like that. Like, I don't freaking disrespect her. I don't even try, okay? But at times I do it a lot with the, talking back, because, let me tell you why, because freaking one time, um, she blamed me for, freaking candy on the table, which I haven't put, which is, let me tell you this, it's like this like little tater tot things, like tater tot chips looking things, and it was scattered on the table, and I hate those things. I do not eat them at all. And I was playing origami and live streaming, and I love origami. Let me tell you this, origami was the best game I have ever played besides Pikmin 3, and Jesus Christ, Pikmin 3 was just the best for me. And origami was just my go-to game. Every once in a like every day I'll play origami at the time. At the time I would just play origami. My friends would literally just try to get the game, just so they could play with it, just so they could see why I was playing it so much. But man, dude, I just love origami for its cartoony looks and its anime looking game. I mean, looking graphics. Just Jesus Christ, dude, I just love that game. And I was just live streaming, and I had to freaking mute my mic. No, I no, I was arguing with my grandma, and my mic wasn't muted, so I had to delete that video. Which is, I found the exit point and the saving point and this tower, and I was so angry that I was like, you know what? No, no, no. I was just gonna end it and then just go to sleep. So I did that, and I went to sleep. And we were arguing about it, and I told her I've never eaten those. I tried it, but I never eaten it. And she's like, well, but you tried it, but look, you just made a mess. I tried it, and I showed her my chips where I put my chips at. And literally, guess who did it? It was my granddad who did it. Cause literally, I don't eat those. And I would never, cause it's so disgusting. And I don't know how I knew it was my granddad. Because, put two and two together, my granddad had crumbs on his beard, and there was crumbs on the table. And not only that, my granddad, throughout the whole entire day, was in that room. And he came back in there twice as we was arguing. Like, freaking, that, like, I was so confused with the logic right there. But, that was her logic. But, I don't, like, at the time, but, this kid doesn't even care what's thrown at him. He just doesn't care. So, we get done hearing all the commotion. We just leave. We just up and leave. We just up and go out of there. And we freaking booked it down the hallway to get back to our class, and you get spotted at all. So, throughout the whole entire school year when he was in there, finally he was out. And when he was let out, I could see this kid crying and in tears, and he came to speak with me and say help. I was telling him he's such a disgrace, and I just leave him. And he's like, dude, come on. I'm like, no, dude, go on with your life. Just leave us alone. And next time, don't be such a devil. Don't be such a stupid child to your parents. Love your parents. And maybe they would have loved you. Now, I know it was a savage thing to say. I know that was like a messed up thing to say to a freaking child or so, but come on now, guys. Literally, I don't really care as much. And when a woman can freaking that, like, come on. Just freaking, come on now. His parents are the nicest parents in the world I could have ever seen. And literally, they just got their revenge on a child that has been breaking them so much. Literally, that was only it. This kid, throughout the whole entire school year, when he got out, he just freaking never talked to no one, and and at the end of the school, at the end of the school year, he confessed, and we had this thing where we had to talk in a mic, but this kid, he came up. Okay, but this kid, he came up to the mic, and you know what this kid said? He said he came up, confessed, and I was so proud of him. But at the same time, I hated him, so I didn't care at the end what he said. But freaking, I forgive him. But what he said was, to those out there who hates me, which is everyone, especially my parents, I would like to say I'm sorry. And the reason why I was so mean and so disrespectful was because I just never thought that none of this would happen. I thought that I thought I was just being treated so petty, so pitiful. I just never knew that it would just end out like this way. And when I found out that people actually love me, that's when I realized that I made a huge mistake. And let me tell you there, buddy. No, you did not realize that you made a huge mistake because you couldn't freaking tell that you made a huge mistake later and before than freaking now. Like, that's what I was like. Freaking buddy, you kind of lied. Like, you kind of lied, but you kind of telling the truth. First off, about the Godfather thing that you said that you didn't realize. You could have realized sooner, but no, like now, like right now, you're realizing it. You're like Venom when he realized it. I forgot what show. I gotta search it back up and can send you it tomorrow. But literally, like, freaking, there's so many mistakes what you're saying. But at the end, he said, but can y'all please just forgive me what I did? And literally, majority of the people, I was like, I did a bet with my friend. I said, probably majority of the people don't even freaking care for his sorry. And literally, I was right. Literally, like, we had a poll, we had this one thing in school. We had an extra day in school, and it wasn't like nothing, like, freaking stressful or nothing. We just had to come back to vote, like, freaking vote for his, apology. And majority of the people wasn't even there. We have freaking 465 kids in our school. Only 25 had came. And funny thing is that, freaking, wait, what the? Hold on. Funny thing is that, freaking, I'm sorry, kid, but man. But just man, though. Just man. Can I take a break on my laugh? Actually, kid is about to kill me on my laughter. But freaking 10 people, no, just joking. 20 people had literally denied. And not only that, the two parents was there as well. Which is pretty much now that was it. And not only that, guys, the funny thing is that we never got to see this kid. Like, we barely got to see this kid. And I was trying to see him. It's like in English class or in math class, and that was only it. But the one thing I was going on about when I came to the location was this over here. This never been here. Right here, like, this never have been here. Okay, rather than I'm losing my mind, or it has, but it never been here. To the new buff on the Cetus, on the graphics. But anyway, guys, it's another story time for you guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, if for like, also hit subscribe button, hit that bell icon if you don't want to miss the video. And we do a competition if people have watched this video. But if you had any type of freaking okay, so for right now, what I'm doing right now, if you had any type of ways to defeat Wukong and you was like a Excalibur player, what would you do if you play Warframe? What would you do if you could find? What would you do to a Wukong if you find a way to kill him without having to take? Without having to like do freaking. It takes so much struggle. What would you do? And let me tell you what the competition here is that no exalted blade, and you can only use your radiant blind and javelin, and also your first. The weapons you have is a pair of CCs, Tibion, and High Strike. And the High Strike, no, that's dumb. Freaking, I'm trying to farm for. Actually, no, I'm feeling a good off. Let me move it. After my little bit of on PlayStation, I'm a freaking be sleep. I'll be like the guy who got knocked out. You know, Friday, when the guy, one of the people on Friday, when Greg was fighting, freaking, you know how he knocked out someone? That'll be me. Except for just gonna sleep. Except for, I get back on to track about this competition. And your secondary that I was talking about is not on Mirage, but it is on my Excalibur right here. This is the High Street. And literally, what it could do is just shoot poison, fire, electric, and ice. And let me tell you what each does. Poison goes straight through shield, obviously, and goes onto health. Fire sets them on fire, obviously, and burns down shield, and also, I'm just freaking burns it down quick, and then freaking go on the health. Electric, don't know what the thing do. I'm just kidding. But electric quill, freaking, what does the electric quill do is, basically, you have a short duration of the enemy being stunned. And finally, Ice Cool, the Ice Cool will, which just froze the enemy, which just freeze them, or slow them down. And, your primary, the Tibion, is this. That's Tibion, and then the Paris CC is this right here. If you answered it in a way that I can believe that you will kill Excalibur, then you win my prize of multiple of my primes that I'll be firing for tomorrow. But anyway, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.